Oh, please tell me this is going to work this time. Hello, everyone, again.
Hello.
Yo!
If you're watching the vlog, hello, you've already seen us waving. If you're listening to this as a podcast, because I'm turning these all into podcasts now, stare into our dead chibi eyes as we stare into your soul.
Listen to our voices while we slowly fill you with pointless facts that you'll probably forget in a day's time.
I'd be mesmerised by Elliot's kitty face.
Yeah, I'm going to get the image up, actually.
I find it funny, actually, how I'm the one who looks most smug, even though I'm probably the one who's least.
Keep telling yourself that.
Okay, yeah.
Just for the record, my name's Calvin. I'm the one in the second from the right, if you're watching this on the podcast.
I'm Reece, the resident Met guy, and I'm all the way on the left.
The one between Calvin and Reece is Ren, but
he's not here today. Unfortunately, he texted me this morning saying he's got a massive migraine. Although he sent me all of his choices for the vlog we're doing today, and he's going to be on the phone. He's on the phone on standby if we need a tie-breaking vote.
And the one on the right is me, Elliot. 20 years old, single, Dark Souls veteran, and only slightly likes baby metal. Ladies. I lie! I like baby metal!
So
it's so catchy!
So we all. I've got Gimme Chocolate on Rock Band 4. The weirdest thing is this season was very interesting for us all to do. And we've been talking about this one almost constantly.
Yeah, actually.
So before we do all that, if you haven't seen our things, go back and check out our best of spring and when me and Reece did best of winter, because that's the thing. And we have the two other anime that are competing for anime of the year for us, which at the minute are Saga of Tanya the Evil and World End. What will you do? Are you busy? Will you save us? Christ, I'm going to get bored of saying that by the end of the year.
I quickly like to say, like to apologise for all of us for last time. We had very big problems with
I swear to Christ, I did everything in my power to make it a vlog. I did everything in my power to make it a vlog, and I just could not get the audio to sync up. My IT guy offered to do it, but by that point, I'd already sent out the podcast. I didn't want to risk it any more than we did. It's up there. You can check out our review of Death Note. At least we got all our points out there.
Yeah.
If nothing else, we got all our points out there. So if you watch this on the podcast, if you watch this as a vlog, I should say, bear with us because we're going to have to probably explain a few of the visual things we do for people listening to the podcast.
Fun fact, actually, the same day that we uploaded our Death Note review, YMS did as well.
Yeah, YMS did as well, and Stickity Slice did his about a week before us. We actually beat Anime America to our one.
Well, that's actually surprising.
Yeah, Anime America only just released it a couple of days ago, and they were a lot more forgiving than we were. They had some interesting points, though. I'd actually go watch Anime America's review of it.
Just as a bit of a spoiler, we beat the shit out of that movie.
Yeah, although we did have some positive things to say, although a lot less positive than Anime America had to say. Which again, I take their point that it's a very Japan is a very different society to America, so characters would act differently. But that still doesn't actually make it good.
No.
I've got my Maid Dragon notebook that I got in Loot Anime for the first marking down. So let's not waste time. It's another seasonal roundup. Summer 2017. Now we are a week early from the finish of the season. The season's going to end in a week's time, but we had an event coming up that week, so we couldn't do it then, and we couldn't do it a week after because myself and Ren, who's not here, are off to the London Film Festival, as we've explained several times. And if you want to check us out, we're going to be check out our reviews. We'll probably be under the hashtag LFF 2017, but I'm also setting up a separate hashtag for it, LFF CalRen.
The thing, I forgot what I was going to say now.
Oh, great. That's a good start. But the fact of the matter is, it's summer 2017 season. We've done we've watched a lot of stuff this season.
Yep.
These guys probably watched more than I did.
What do you think of the season, Reece?
I thought it was really good. I thought it was personally better than spring.
You thought personally better than spring?
Really? I think differently. I thought spring was better, but this time it was actually more difficult to decide.
I'm with Reece, not Reece, Elliot, on this one. Good thing if there's a podcast people won't notice I pointed to the wrong person. I'm with Elliot on this one because I thought, I'm actually kind of a mix of you two, I'd say. I thought this season was very, very good, but everything that I really enjoyed this season wasn't as good as what I really enjoyed in spring.
I feel like the runner, the runners-up were probably better than a lot of the runners-up in spring, but all
No.
the best ones weren't as good.
Yeah, I'll go. Would you go with that one?
Yeah, I would.
And also,
Did anything outdo ID Zero or Akka for you? Which were your best originals?
I'd say better than Akka was Made in Abyss.
Okay, we'll get
did
round
you
to
see
that
that?
one. We'll get round to that one. We'll get round to that
I
one
would,
later.
I'll be honest. One I want to watch was on Princess Principal, which was on High Dive. Unfortunately, you need an account to watch that one.
No, you don't.
No, I actually tried it. He said I needed an account.
Oh, they've changed it since I did it.
No, they did say so. If I want to watch, so
I did have a High Dive account.
likelihood is so. If they do have any good ones on High Dive next month, I will get an account.
Well, I'll keep you informed on that one because me and Rem might be doing a vlog called First Episodes while we're in London Film Festival, which is where we'll review the first episodes of everything that comes out in the fall season. So so you might get our early thoughts on some good ideas of things to watch, but.
And also because the season hasn't fully ended, there are some ones that still have some animes that haven't fully ended, like Token Rambu. I think
Nothing's ended.
The
yes.
next episode is coming out. I think the next one's going to be the last one on that.
Nights of Magic hasn't ended.
Yep.
Main in Abyss. Main in Abyss is actually going in slightly into 4. It's going to be 14 episodes.
Yeah.
Jesus, gotta check that one out.
It's really
Even
good.
some carryovers are happening. We're carrying over from Welcome to the Ballroom, which is carrying over. Altair Records of Battle is going to be 24 episodes long as well. It's a lot more holdovers this time round than last time round. There's a lot. Any sequels carrying over into next month though? I don't think so.
No, I don't.
Fate Apocrypha is.
Oh yeah, Fate
Oh,
Apocrypha.
it's Fake Apocrypha is going to be 24 episodes.
Yeah, 24.
Oh, no wonder Netflix is taking so long.
Netflix, get on it!
But Kategori, which is something I really wanted to watch, I forget, apologies if I'm not pronouncing that right, I don't speak very good Japanese.
Any idea of Hellgirls continuing forward? Because normally the Hellgirls series lasts like 24 episodes.
From what I've heard, it's only 12 this time. I think there's a shorter season this time, but I'll keep an eye on it because I'm actually watching that. But do you know what's interesting? I had a very interesting observation while I was on holiday because I only just got back from holiday with this one. And believe me, I had trouble with my best original because I was narrowing it down. I started with 9, then I narrowed it down to 5, then to 4. And all holiday, I was thinking between those 4, which one I wanted to go with best. And I really came down to one factor, which I'll get into later.
I was kind of like that, except it was with my openings. I thought the openings were really good.
Yeah, we'll get into that one in a minute. But with us just being a trio this week, I genuinely felt with this season it was. This week, it was kind of a case of there was no defining element to the season. Like with 2015 and 2016, it felt like there was one genre that really dominated, and there was a couple of other really good ones in separate genres. Like 2015, it was ecchi anime with stuff like Shimonetta and Prison School.
Yeah.
2016 was very much the slice of life stuff with stuff like Amatsu, Sweetness and Lightning, Orange, but then you had stuff like Mob Psycho 191 Days. That sort of stuck out, which incidentally I'm wearing the Mob Psycho 100 shirt if you're watching the podcast because that was one of my favourites of last summer.
I'm not. I'm wearing Zelda.
That's wearing Kylo Ren.
Because we're probably all gonna go and see Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I just like Zelda really.
And I've been tormenting him with my Breath of the Wild stories because he hasn't got it yet. But this season, summer, it felt like there was a real mix of anime. It didn't feel like one genre dominating. I did feel like there was quite a lot more sports anime than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice that one? There was a lot of sports anime.
There were quite a few ones actually.
Yeah, because there was Dive,
There was
Ballroom.
Dive, Ballroom, there was Fastest Finger First, which was the quiz one, and there was Cleanliness Freak Aniyama-kun, which I dropped out of 3 episodes, which is a soccer one. I dropped out of 3 episodes. It's one joke. One joke. He's a cleanliness freak, and yet he's very ace at football for some reason. And no American, and yeah, we're not changing it to soccer for the Americans because
We came first.
Yeah. And yeah, I do find that.
Sorry, I had a really bad joke there that I'm not going to say because I know some people are going to watch this. Moving on. So I think that's our thoughts on the season pretty hand out. I think we should get straight down to it.
Yeah.
Now I was going to change up the order to match the order that we are in the image on the podcast. But since Ren's not here, we're going to keep the order as normal. So we're going to go Reece first, Elliot second, me third. And after that, we'll give you Ren's pick as well, because he did send me all his picks, and his one's quite interesting, come to think of it. So let's start with best OPs. So what do you guys think of the OPs overall?
Really good.
Yeah, brilliant.
Really strong this season.
As much as I don't think it was, once again, I don't think it was as good as spring, but they were really, really strong this season.
Honestly, I think this season was actually better than spring.
It's on the odd one out on that one. But I will say, though, we'll get round to one of them in a minute. So let's start with Reece, your first win and your first winner.
Yep, Singing to the Sky, My Hero Academia 2, OP2.
I don't have to wait for Ren's. That was his favourite.
It was so good. It's personally my favourite Academia opening.
I still don't think it's better than the day.
That's actually a run-up for me.
Yeah.
It was nearly a runner-up for me. If I'd allowed 4 runners-up, it would have been there. But there was 4 other openings that I thought were better. So I'm going to mark this. I'm using a second page for runners-up in general. So any time it gets a runners-up, it gets a mark.
Okay.
So My Hero Academia. Hang on. Why did you like it that song in particular so much? Because I've got to write down 2 now. Because Ren's
It's just great guitar, great lyrics, great imagery.
It is my favourite My Hero opening so far.
Yeah.
I'm still going to stick with the day, although I did think it was an improvement over Peace Sign, which I felt was a bit of an underwhelming one, especially now when compare it with the other 2. But I remember it coming out and like, yes!
I remember you saying this day is one of your all-time favourites.
The day is one of my all-time favourite anime openings. Yeah, I will say that one.
It's definitely good, but I wouldn't get regarded that high. I'll be honest. That's just my opinion, though.
But I always think that's the ultimate shonen opening.
Yeah.
But that being said, there's some really great shonen openings.
Should you put it in categories as well?
Oh yes, obviously. See how professional we are on this show.
We're not very good at our job. Let's be honest.
But I liked I liked that opening. It would have been a runner-up for me, but and again, it's not going to play a factor because My Hero Academia cannot be the anime of the season for us. But
unfortunately,
it's a shame because it probably could have been anime of the season if we did this in 2016. If we did this in spring, if we did all of 2016, would it have been our anime of spring? Do you reckon?
Oh, if it was,
I'd say possibly, yeah.
If I had watched it last year, it would have been my favourite anime of the year, still Twin Star Exorcist.
Would we have taken it over ReZero though? Did you think it was better than ReZero?
I personally preferred ReZero just a bit more.
Keep in mind though, and I would agree with you, keep in mind though, we would have only seen half of ReZero by that point. We only would have seen it to episode 13. Would we still have taken it over Macadamia at that point?
Yeah, I say in that case, Academia overtakes it.
But then we might have retrospectively changed our mind, but then Academia would have been up for anime of the year.
I would have put Academia above ReZero, I'd say.
I would have had such a tough call. I think I would have just put ReZero above it, even at that stage, just because I felt like with Academia in the first season, it felt like, wait, that's it, I want more.
Yeah, there was a lot of build-up.
So that being said, that's your opening, and Ren's as well, so that's a coincidence. So we go and put Reece. So if you look at the thumb, by the way, if we do overlap, we do them together, so check the thumbnails below and you'll probably see where we overlap in advance. Hello, future me, this is probably a bitch to edit. And if it's gone wrong, then I'm going to probably be saying you don't know the half of it back to myself. Elliot, what was your best OP?
Well, number 3 was My Hero Academia.
Oh, no, stop a second. What was your runners-up?
Mine was Walk This Way by Beat Garden for Rage of Bahamut, Virgin Soul.
Rage of Bahamut?
Wait, there's another season of Rage of Bahamut.
Yeah, it's only on Amazon Prime Video.
Ah, right,
that's why. Virgin Soul, yeah. And what are the other ones? Because you liked 3.
Yeah, Recreator's OP2, Shout.
Because I think the first opening of Rage of Bahamut was one of my favourite metal openings.
Yeah. Really.
Can I say it's 2 for a runners-up on that one? That was a runner-up for me as well.
Ah, sorry.
Any other season, that would have been my best OP.
Yeah.
Any other season.
My God, that guitar. How could you not love that guitar?
How good are the ReZero openings? How unlucky are there there's just been one that's been better than for both of us?
Yeah.
The ReZero openings are so fantastic. So, Elliot, what were your runners-up?
Number 3 was My Hero Academia. Number 2 was Fate Apocrypha.
Yeah.
I thought it was I liked how it was more slow and more of a dark theme than the upbeat ones.
Start picking some anime we can actually pick for anime at the season. Because we can't pick a Fate Apocrypha because it's a sequel.
Yeah.
What else? What was your winner though?
Number 1 was Chronos Ruler.
That was a runner-up for me.
I don't know. I found again. I was really struggling, but I just thought, out of all these ones, which one would I like to listen? Would I like to listen to the most? And it was stuck between Fate Apocrypha and Chronos Ruler. Chronos Ruler won in the end.
Yeah, Chronos Ruler was very good because it had that real that really good J metal sound.
Yeah.
Which I like. I love a bit of J metal every so often.
Honestly, the verse reminded me a bit of Drill Queen.
Yeah, Drill Queen. It does. It sounds very similar to that one. It also reminded me quite a bit of Maximum the Hormone.
Yeah.
Who do some of the Death Note stuff and the Freezer song from Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F, which I love.
Yeah.
But Chronos Ruler was a runner-up for me.
Yeah. It would have been my 4th pick if we allowed up to 4.
Yeah, if we were allowed up to 4th, I would probably go with Token Rambu.
Token, So I never was that impressed by Token Rambu's opening.
I wasn't personally.
I thought it was pretty good. It did feel a little underwhelming eventually, but I think it's more when I first heard it. I thought it was I was like getting hyped up and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember now. What's the yes? So so that's your ones. My runners up really creators I had in Chronos Ruler, but I also put on that list. I'm going to check. Princess Principal was another runner-up for me.
Yeah.
Princess Principal was a very good opening.
That would have been 5th for me.
It's
again, I didn't get to watch it. Really wish I could.
I might be talking about it later. You might find out. You might be finding out that, but I'm going to keep I'm keeping my cards close to my chest. But my pick for best opening is one by one of my favourite J-rock bands who did one of my favourite EDs and have now done my favourite OP of the season. It's Welcome to the Ballroom.
Ah.
Because in case you're wondering, it's Union Square Station who did the ED for Blood Blockade Battlefront, which is my all-time favourite ED. Honestly, I looked forward to it's a one-time, despite how much I love Blood Blockade Battlefront, I looked forward to the ending of every single episode because I got to hear that upbeat ending. And it's the same with this one. No matter if I got a rather underwhelming episode of Welcome to the Ballroom, and a couple of episodes were a bit underwhelming, I loved that opening every time. And it was really great to hear Union Square Garden still getting work. So that would be my pick. Did you guys hear that one at all?
I heard it.
I don't think I did, no.
Not one for you, Reece?
Not personally. I thought it was good. Just not as good as the others I picked.
Did you recognise it from the ending of Blood Blockade?
Yeah.
Though. Princess Principal I think we kind of agreed on. I think the one we all came out saying we thought was fantastic was My Hero Academia. So shall we say that's our OP of the... we don't do this, but shall we say that's our OP of the season?
Yeah, I'd say.
Since I would have had it as a runner-up. We all kind of loved that one. So we've never done that, but let's do that one anyway.
I'll be honest, for me, runners-up are just like other potential ones.
That was for my that was in my sense. So let's move on to the one which probably wasn't as strong. The EDs.
Wait, Reece, we forgot Rence.
Rence was My Hero Academia as well.
What about his runners-up?
I didn't get his runners-up, unfortunately. We're not going to get his runners-up, unfortunately. We're only going to get his winners. So that's that might impede our judgment on it, which might. But I think between the three of us, we've seen enough this season. We can make a judgment. I mean, again, we're judging presumptuously. These shows could suck down the line, but we could get erased where the last two episodes kind of underdo it.
Yeah.
But this is just what we've seen from the season.
But again, we're going to be doing this in fall again because we're doing a bit sooner. But anyway, moving on. EDs. What do we think of the EDs as a whole this season?
Weaker than the OPs.
Yeah,
in my
I would say
opinion.
so.
But is there ever a season where we think the EDs are stronger than the OPs? Is there ever a season?
Honestly, I do think the EDs in this season were weaker than last season's.
Yeah, I'll agree. Though that being said, I still had 3 runners-up.
Yeah.
No, wait, I had 2 runners-up this season. I did not have 3 runners-up.
Yeah, I had 2 runners-up.
I only really have 1 runner-up, really.
So let's see, what's your winner, Reece?
Because He's My Hero by Lisa for My Hero Academia 2, ending 2.
Same here.
Same!
All 3 of us!
All 3 of us have My Hero as the ending.
Do you know what's weird, though? Ren didn't pick it.
Really?
Really?
Ren picked Boruto.
Really?
Oh, what do you know?
That's going to make it really...
That's going to make it awkward when we next see him.
But I think he would have probably had... It's that really cool opening. It's that really cool visuals of the idea of that RPG that's playing out.
I would love to see that as a spin-off show.
I only really chose it because it was the only one I thought was actually really good. The other ones were just okay, in my opinion.
Is there enough light in here, do you reckon? I'm going to turn on a light. Just a second.
But we like the dark!
Ah, much better.
Yeah, it's a bit better on the camera as well.
Yeah.
I was half in shadow before.
Yeah, Reece was the emo of the group for a while.
So let's see, that's my hero as well. And then one for Boruto.
I haven't seen Boruto in ages. Don't know why. It was the one I was most hyped for this year.
Yeah, I dropped after 3 episodes?
With the I didn't really check out much of the Boruto ED that he's referring to, but I know why I know why he likes it. It is rather playing homage to what came before it. So that ED though, Lisa's fantastic again. So it's just like hearing the girl from Crossing Fields every time.
Exactly, just going to mention that. The only good thing about Sword Art Online, the OPs.
The only thing that's consistently good.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. That's the only thing that's consistent. So let's go. So since we've all agreed on that one, there's not really much more to say on it. What's our what do we go for the runners up?
I had Desire by Garnadelia, Fate Apothrica.
Yeah, I heard Fate was pretty good for that one.
Yeah, it's the same person who did the second OP for Kill la Kill.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's why it was so good.
And your other runner up?
A Page of My Story, Princess Principal.
That was a runner up for me as well.
Yeah, I really like the song and I love the art style.
That sort of that reminds me of that Yoshi Wool World thing.
Yeah. I thought it was really cute and charming. Good song.
Now that I think about it, runners up for me would be Helga Fourth Twilight.
That's a runner up for me as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that would have been 4th for me.
So that's twice that Princess Principal's been a runner up in something. Yeah, as I say, I'm marking the runners up so it's easier when we get to the end to accumulate that into the mix. And
Right, so I think we all agree that
So Hellgirl-
My Hero was best.
yeah, was there any other runners up for ED wise apart from Hellgirl?
Chrono Rulers, I guess.
You don't need to have it if you don't want it.
I don't know really. Again, the EDs seem kind of underwhelming to me.
I was expecting. Do you know what's weird? I was making the predictions for how it would go this month. I was predicting you would pick Token Rambo as an ED, a good ED to pick.
That was a consideration at first, but I
You kind of grow old of it pretty fast. The visuals are pretty good, but
yeah.
But then again, it's ufotable, so what were you expecting?
Like the OP I could listen to for quite a while. The ED I only could really listen to once or twice before getting bored.
I love this. I loved this one. This is going to be the easiest one to edit. So it's just a whole load of My Hero Academias for that one. So now we're going on to the point where we're going into full shows. So let's move on. And from this, and this is another category where I have 3 runners up. So biggest surprise. This season had quite a lot of very surprising anime that I really enjoyed. So a lot of real big surprises. So, what about you guys? Was there much of a surprise this season?
Yeah, all because of one show.
Which we'll get to in a minute. What about you, Elliot?
There were 2 things that surprised me, actually. One of which was actually because I think it was one you dropped.
Yeah, I think I know what you're on about there. So, Reece, biggest surprise of the season?
Gotta be Castlevania.
Oh, hell yeah.
How can you not love that?
It was
It's amazing.
I just think, why did you have to be only released 4 episodes?
That's the reason I didn't pick it for anything else. It's only 4 episodes, and I was just getting good. As it was getting started, what the fuck happened?
Yeah. It's basically a prelude to the 3rd game.
But what an amazing thing we got.
Yeah. Especially that first episode.
I just think, do you think, I don't know if Netflix, I don't know. Do you think that the rest have been made, but Netflix are just restricting it like they do with the other anime?
No, I don't think it is. In this case, they actually are making the episodes, because again, this is an American anime production.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're going to count it because we agreed last month the art style matches enough. It's and in any other context we would have called this an anime. But again, you got half the cast of The Hobbit helps as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Richard Armitage made a brilliant Trevor Belmont.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, because it's Netflix, they could go all out with it.
Yeah.
Which I think if it had been anywhere else, it might not have gone all out.
Though recently I'm kind of becoming to not really like Netflix with their anime stuff, with them having exclusive rights to anime, and how
category, which is something we all really wanted to watch, we didn't have access to it because it was, and we're not getting it until 2018.
Really?
Yeah, no, they're not going to. They're not even going to release it next season. It's waiting until 2018. Velvet Gun, the Kyoto anime one, I think that's what it's called. I was really looking forward to that. Netflix got it, and I was very surprised because I thought Kyoto Animation had to deal with Crunchyroll.
Yeah, but you'll understand why I'm not liking it.
Yeah. But why was it your biggest surprise?
It's just because it came out of the blue. Nobody saw it coming, really.
Yeah, I think we were all kind of expecting it to be another. How the hell did this happen? A video game adaptation, but then we got a pretty good video game adaptation.
I was thinking I liked how it expanded more on the game.
Yeah.
Because with the games, of course, that it's 8-bit, you don't really get that much story.
We didn't really get much story till Rondo of Blood came out, and me and Reece are big Castlevania fans.
I was just gonna say
I don't know. Are you a big Castlevania fan?
I haven't actually played any of the games, but it was one very high on my list.
Symphony of the Night.
I haven't played Symphony of the Night either.
Which one's really high on your list?
Castlevania Judgment.
Just all of them, really. I just want to play something I really want to do. If I get one day when I finally get an NES, I can already tell the first games I'm going to be playing are Castlevania.
I think you should. Rondo of Blood, I think, is a good one to start with because it very much eases you into the Castlevania experience, and you got Maria if you really are struggling with a level.
I do hope though once they finish this, they make a season 2 and base it on the first Castlevania game, as a sequel.
That makes sense. I think that's apparently the plan is they're going to do. The plan is the second season will be they go by that. It'll be the second season will be the rest of Castlevania 3. Then season 3 will be Castlevania. Then they'll cut out Castlevania 2.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean. When they finish the Castlevania 3 timeline.
I don't think they want to do Castlevania Rondo. I don't think they should do Rondo of Blood because there already was an anime essentially.
Yeah. Would be cool if they did. I would definitely say it would be cool if they did Symphony of the Night one.
What were your runners up for biggest surprise?
Made in Abyss.
Yeah, that was a very interesting one, all things considered.
Yeah, because very few people were talking about it before it premiered, which I thought was quite interesting.
Yeah, it didn't look amazing on the posters, but we kind of saw that. I saw that one as well. I'm still watching that one. I've been enjoying it.
I saw the posters. Didn't think it looked too great. Heard what other people said, what you guys said about it. I thought,
I've heard it.
Okay, well, I might check it out. High dive again. Gonna get an account soon.
It's a lot of people describe it as very Ghibli-esque.
Yeah, and are you caught up with it, Calvin?
I'm almost caught up with it because I know that. But I was checking out anime trending, and they did week 10, and I was looking. It had been one anime for several weeks, and then suddenly I looked at it. It was like Made in Abyss had shot from number 4 to number 1. Yeah. So that I thought, okay, I've got to watch the next episode because apparently that's where it's. Apparently people said it gets really good then.
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm going to keep up with that one. It might affect my decision later. That being said, any other runners up?
Fate of Africa.
Again, reason being.
People weren't expecting a lot because the Fate of Africa storyline wasn't overly that good.
Is it based on an expansion pack or?
It's based on a visual novel.
I thought it was kind of like a spin-off to this Fate series rather than a continuation.
It's based in an alternate reality.
I didn't have any of yours as in my biggest surprise category, but let's move on to Elliot. What was your biggest surprise of the season?
I don't know if you... Well, I'm going to do my runners-up first. First is, well, as I said, because he dropped it, Chronos Ruler.
Yeah, I did drop it after 3 episodes. But...
I thought it would... I was thinking because he didn't like it, I was thinking, well, maybe it might not be too good. It was actually... That's better than I thought it was. I really like the characters in it, actually. That's probably the main driving point for me.
Yeah, the problem is, though, it was kind of like, I'm not sure I really care that much about this plot. And I was going away at the time. I had to drop some things. There was the one that was... I wasn't that incredibly interested. I thought this has potential to go somewhere, but right now I don't have
What episode did you stop at?
3.
It does get better.
I might go back to it then on that basis. So
Yeah.
if you really recommended it, I might go back to it.
Yeah, it's not for everyone, but I do think it is.
It's not got a very high rating on Anime Planet.
It's not amazing, but it is still worth it.
Were you watching Chronos Ruler, Reece?
I saw the first episode, but meaning to go back to it.
Yeah.
Why,
I'm up to episode 8.
What was it? What was the surprise? That was why it's surprising for you.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, dropped my pen.
Yeah. It was more also because, well, I don't know. The characters were surprisingly good in it. Honestly,
Okay.
Victor's my favorite male.
Yeah. Any other runners up?
No one is up.
So what was the winner?
Hellgirl for Twilight.
Oh, you are allowed to pick a sequel in this category, so I'm going to let you have that one.
Yeah, the main reason it's my biggest surprise was because, I'll be honest, I'm a sucker for Hellgirl. I really like it. But this one was surprisingly a lot better. Like, rather than just using it for revenge or whatever, they were using it for, like, other means. And, like, I can happily say this is the darkest Hellgirl has ever gotten.
Yeah, I'll agree with that one.
Don't get me started on episode 3.
Yeah, I remember me and Elliot just messaged each other on Twitter. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Here's the thing. I don't drink. I just wanted to down a Jack Daniels after watching it.
Me either. I'm a non-drinker as well, and I thought.
Trust me, I can pretty much see why Crunchyroll did not give me permission to watch it.
Yeah, you ain't going on this, boy. So that was. Why was it your biggest? Is that your biggest surprise? Was just how dark it got?
It was kind of just because, well, I wasn't expecting it to be quite as good as it actually was.
I didn't really actually know it was actually coming out until the season started, and then I was like, oh, brilliant, new Hellgirl. And I'm surprised the direction it's got. I also like the fact it gave more backstory to Hellgirl herself.
And like that girl who's been following her for a while. I'm glad to see like we got a bit more backstory on her.
Yeah. Actually, do you know what I just realised? We talked a lot about Academia in terms of the OPs and EDs. How good has the second half of Academia been?
Oh my god, it's been brilliant.
I've been loving it. I'm so upset it's going to be over in a couple of weeks. I want more.
Wait, seriously, it's going to be over in a couple of weeks.
Only season 2.
Ah, thank God.
Fortunately, I think season 3. There's rumours they're going to announce season 3 for next year in a couple of weeks.
I cannot wait.
I can't wait for season 3.
Seriously, Sunday has become my favourite day for it because of my hero.
Yeah. So that's our biggest surprise. Now, okay.
Wait, what was yours? I don't think you said yours.
No, I'm about to get to that one. Then we'll get to Ren's, because Ren did not pick the same biggest surprise as me. And he's also picked one which I'm surprised hasn't received a pick yet, but I reckon might get one later. My biggest surprise, now I had 3 runners-up for this one. My 3 runners-up were Love and Lies, which I liked it a lot, but it had a few episodes that the reason I didn't pick it was because I didn't like it overall out of the 4 that I picked, because there was a few episodes which were rather and also it introduces a yaoi subplot that really goes nowhere and really doesn't add to the plot at all. In fact, the yaoi subplot I feel like it takes away more than it adds, and it just which is a shame because I think it should have gone somewhere with the plot of Love and Lies. Love and Lies is that sort of forced marriage one about people being forced together, and I thought, well, in this world, how do gay people exist? Because obviously you won't get partnered with a gay person because this law's been created for child proclamation, and they don't really do anything with it.
So it's like another romance one, I guess.
It's a romance anime, but the reason it surprised me was I didn't expect it to captivate me as much as it did. And I was considered this for anime of the season up early on, and then it just kind of petered off as it is, because it wasn't this whole idea of challenge the system of this forced marriages for child proclamation and the system saying, we know who's best for you. It never really went down there. It then just became a trite love triangle thing, which, again, it was pretty damn good. I liked all things considered, but the only reason it surprised me was I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. That being said, as it went down the line, I didn't like it that much. Other than that, Fastest Finger First was another surprise for me, because where the hell did this anime come from?
Yeah.
It was like, I was one of those where I thought, I'll watch this, and then I'll probably drop it after 3 episodes. And I was like, oh my god, I'm really enjoying this. But that being said, the reason I didn't pick it was because it was over as soon as we're kind of at the last episode now.
Yeah.
And I feel like this was just beginning. And there's no guarantee for a second season. And the manga's not released, so you kind of leave me hanging here. Though the manga's not in the UK, I should say. As for and my only other runner-up was Altair Records of Battle, which was another one of the Amazon ones, which another one I did not expect to watch. I watched it because it was there and ended up really enjoying it. But that being said, it's been very frustrating because a couple of episodes have been rather mediocre, and those shows, how do I put this? A lot of the episodes didn't premiere when they were meant to.
Yeah.
So I've been kind of hanging on that one. Have any of you guys been watching any of those?
No.
I don't
No.
think so, no.
Altair, what's interesting is Altair is it's an anime set in Turkey. It's a rather Middle Eastern origin, and there's lots of really great Middle Eastern origins. And well, it's not actually set in Turkey. It's one of those. It's a fantasy world where they create different names for different nations, but it's obvious that it's meant to be Turkey and the Ottoman Empire, all that. But my biggest surprise was the anime that everyone's been kind of banging on about, Gamers.
Yeah, that was good.
I'll be honest, I was kind of expecting someone to go, their biggest surprise was Reflection, because it was shit.
Yeah, but this is meant to be pleasant surprises. The
Yeah.
reflection is one of them. I know Ren watched a couple of episodes of it because he's been borrowing my Crunchyroll on PlayStation, so I looked through his history of what he's been watching, because he luckily didn't mess with my queue too much, with the exception when he was catching up with Knights and Magic. We'll talk about that one later, almost certainly. But with Gamers, it surprised me in just about every single way it could surprise me. I was surprised how much I enjoyed it. It was better than I was expecting. It kind of came out of nowhere. And I was also surprised how many people were enjoying it. Like, I've been on this anime and manga Facebook group, and so many people have been going on about it.
I haven't seen. I might check it out actually, seeing as you said it's really good.
It's very good, although again, you had to kind of be into slice of life anime. There's a lot of episodes where not much is happening, but and also I'm surprised it doesn't rely only on its video game reference. It's not just like saying those wacky gamers. It actually tries to give them some character, and it's actually quite. And it's more the video games facilitate this area for them to coexist and to get chatting and to share their interests and to. Really, it's more the games facilitate them. Also, the OP is really good as well because it all has all the video game references to things like Street Fighter and Dating Sims and even a Mario Brothers one. I thought, how much money did it cost them to make this? Because they've had to call up Nintendo, Capcom, and all these Square Enix to say, can we borrow these, please?
Anime, the only place where gamers aren't classed as fat nerds in their mum's basement.
Instead, they're pretty people that run clubs.
Yeah.
Which apparently is what gamers is like. That's the one thing about gamers. The gamers in it are way too pretty.
Yeah.
To be good. Like one of them is the most popular girl in school, so like it's covering up that she's a gamer because and she sort of turns everyone down, and then the one person she actually wants to date turns her down. Which I quite like that element of it. I thought for one, she kind of reminded me of the girl from Kiss Him Not Me, which was something I dropped quite quickly actually.
That does not sound like a good anime.
It's better than you'd expect, but still not really something I'd go. The anime, sorry, Anime America girls. I know you lot like it, but it wasn't for us.
But hey, not a romance anime fan.
I am, but that's weirdly. But I'm weird. But that being said, no disrespect to the Anime America girls because we probably would not be doing what we're doing right now if it wasn't for them.
Yeah.
Because they recommended so much great seasonal anime. But did you watch Gamers in the end?
Yeah, I watched the first couple of episodes, but I needed to go back to it.
I'd say it's pretty good. I haven't watched the dub of it yet. There's another one that Funimation dubbed this season, and it's been pretty good. Well, I haven't heard the dub that yet, but but I've not been missing out on the sub. I'd say the only reason it would have been a runner-up for my anime of the year, my best original, but there was 3 other anime that were a bit better, and I thought I can't give it best surprise if I'm also giving it a runner-up in that one. I did the same. A runner-up in that one. I thought, give it that one, then I mentioned it, and then those other 4, because I had to start narrowing it down. I was struggling with those 5. Honestly, it was that good. Ren's biggest surprise was Token Rambu. I don't know why, he didn't elaborate why, but he said Token Rambu. To be honest, were any of us expecting that wasn't going to be on some level really good?
Yeah.
I thought it would be. I thought I had alright hopes for it. It was surprisingly pretty good though.
But then again, it's ufotable. It looks beautiful, but it's ufotable, and
hell yeah! That's the main. I think that's the main reason people really
watched
like
it. Yeah.
The animation was stunning.
So yeah, then I've got to start marking down my runners up. I forgot to do that. So what were my runners up again? Altair, Fast Finger, and People listening to the podcast are going to be really bored right now. And Love and Lies.
It's fine. We just throw up a picture of a kitten or
Yeah,
something.
I'm going to have to edit that in now, you arse!
just listen to the sound of the fidget spinner. This is some weird ASMR shit.
I found some. My cousin has a Batman fidget spinner.
Yeah.
I really want one now. The subject where we can't pick academia, but Ren tried to initially until I explained to him he couldn't pick it.
Sequels.
It's sequel time.
If
So
only we could pick My Hero.
yeah, it would easily have won again.
Easily.
But we're taking academia out of it. What do we think of the sequels this one? Because there wasn't that many to pick through. There wasn't that many.
From the few that there were, it was pretty good, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, the few that were, there was one sequel that disappointed me thoroughly. It's not only my most disappointing anime of the season, it's my most disappointing anime of the year.
What was
Irresponsible Galaxy Tyler. You've heard me bang on about it.
Yeah.
How dare you take this, the follow-up to one of my favourite sci-fi anime of all time and you make it this boring piece of mess that didn't even remotely follow on from the cliffhanger at the end of the of season 2. I know it's the OVA. It still counts as season 2. Shut up.
This is kind of, he's kind of like what I was like with the Death Note movie.
It's only 3 minutes shorts. 3 minutes shorts for a series that was so fantastic. Honestly, if you got iTunes, get Irresponsible Captain Tyler. It's one of the best sci-fi anime I've ever seen.
I'll probably check it out then. I'm a sci-fi anime fan.
But let's move on. Let's move on before I blow an aneurysm. Reece, what was your best sequel?
Fate of Africa.
Same here. Fuck you, Netflix.
Yeah.
That
So good.
That was what I was expecting. That was my prediction. Although, that being said, it was not what I predicted you'd pick.
Really? What do you think I would pick?
I thought you were either going to pick. I thought you were either going to pick Sakura Reload Blast.
No, actually, I dropped that after like 4 episodes.
Oh, really?
I don't know. It got boring, I think.
What? Other one I was predicting was you might pick Hellgirl. Was that a runner-up for you?
That was very, very close. Like literally, last night I thought I'm gonna watch more Fate Apocrypha, see if it beats Hellgirl.
Was there any runners-up for you?
Not for me.
No runners-up.
Yeah, Hellgirl's a runner-up. If I didn't watch this on Soul Anime and wait for Netflix, I wouldn't have seen something this fucking good. It's really amazing. It's actually really good.
What did you like about it, Reece?
When they brought in Vlad Tepes, that was really good. The animations for his Noble Phantasm were amazing.
Oh yeah. Wait. But which of the servants we've seen so far, which is your favourite?
Probably Mordred.
Mordred.
Yeah.
Which one's that again? Sorry.
Son of King Arthur. He's teamed up with
the
necromancer.
the red saber.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Mine would either be Ruler, Frankenstein, or Alsterfoth.
Yeah.
You know the Black Strider.
See, again, I'm not that into Fate yet. I'm still catching up with Fate because I'm writing.
You're gonna have a good time.
I'm gonna watch it as soon as it comes on Netflix. I'm gonna watch it. I'm working my way through because it's part of the book I'm writing. Obviously, I cannot write a book about anime and not include Fate.
It's actually dead funny with me with the Fate series because the big reason I like is that all the servants. You just want them all to win. All the servants are just really likable people.
Yeah, especially Frankenstein. She was so adorable.
I just thought, she's so squishy.
Yeah.
It's squishy.
So, that's Fate Apocalypta. I did not pick it, obviously, but
he didn't even see him.
I have one runner-up for mine, which was I picked Hellgirl, which it was close at the beginning, but then by the middle of the season, I was like, no, wait, it's Hellgirl 4th Twilight.
Something weird actually. After like episode 7, I think, for some reason, and this is the thing that like stopped it from becoming my favorite sequel. It started just playing episodes from the previous seasons.
Yeah, I know it did do that, but at the same time, at least it was repeating something that was good.
Yeah, but I understand if it was the best stuff, but I mean like, it seemed kind of confusing.
That being said, you can't get Hellgirls seasons 2 and 3 on Crunchyroll. Yeah. So to have some of those episodes from those seasons available for people, I'm not complaining on that basis.
Honestly, I only saw like 2 from season 1, and that was about it.
My runner-up is my runner-up is incidentally Ren's best sequel, which was New Game.
Oh, right.
New Game was pretty good this season. I think New Game was a very good. It was a very good follow-up to it. I had some good character moments. I liked the first season of New Game. I know you guys didn't really watch it.
Yeah.
No,
last
I
summer.
don't.
Because again, I'm the slice of life junkie, but I'm surprised Ren watched it and Ren really liked it.
Yeah.
But that being said, I'm not going to take that away from him because I really liked it. So, at the minute it's very clear. Now we come to the big one: best original.
This is what you've all been waiting for, and probably skipped to this point.
So, best originals. We had some interesting ones.
Yeah.
We have them all. I've been dying to know. I made a prediction for Reese's one and for Elliot's one, which I think now are both wrong. I know I got Ren's one completely wrong, but
I have no idea. I think I have a slight thought on what yours might be.
Ren's not here. But shall we go with his one first then?
Yeah, sure thing.
Ren picked Gamers.
Oh, what do you know? What do you know?
I was very surprised that he picked that one. Again, both of his best sequel and his best original were Lost Slice of Life anime.
Yeah.
I don't know his runners up, but Gamers is there, which means Gamers now has 2 victories in it, which at the minute could launch it, but we've all kind of got to agree. So like,
Is Ren like a slice of guy fan? Slice of
not
life
that I'm
fan?
aware of, actually. That's why I was very surprised. I recommended it to him because I said this one's actually been surprisingly a lot better than I was expecting. But
I might try to get more into.
and could
slice
be
of
my
life
best. It
thing,
could be
but-
it could be my best original of the series. I could give you tons of recommendations of really good slice of life shows.
He is a slice of life fan. Guy.
Yeah, I've always said at the beginning of the things I'm the big slice of life fan.
I'm the fantasy sci-fi.
Incidentally, when we did the first one in winter, my best original was a slice of life anime,
Yeah.
which was Interview with Monster Girls.
Yeah.
Which I might change my opinion of if I'd seen all of Little Witch Academia. Although we agree that was a sequel.
Yeah.
But even then, how good was Little Witch Academia?
It was good.
I love this one so much. This could be in my top 5 of the year.
Again, why Netflix? Did you?
Reece, I've been dying to hear this because you've got the advantage this time around.
Yep.
What's your best original anime of the season?
Made in Abyss.
I knew as soon as you said it, there was going to be Made in Abyss, but it was not the one I predicted you'd pick.
Yeah, the last 2 episodes have been amazing.
That's actually quite surprising. I wasn't thinking that.
Yeah.
Neither was I, but I think we're going to get round to the one which we would predict. What was really enjoyable about Made in Abyss for you?
It was a really good, not so much action, but more adventure.
I'm so glad you picked this one, by the way, because I really enjoyed it. It's not a runner-up or a pick on anything, but I still really enjoyed it, so I'm glad we got a chance to talk about it.
Yeah, and the lore building has been really good.
Yeah, it's been a bit slow. That's the only element I feel. But then again, I feel like these guys are trying to make a Ghibli-esque series.
Yeah.
It's very much for Elliot's sake, and it's very much like a Studio Ghibli movie.
I'm going to get a high dive account and watch it.
At the minute, you might have to, considering the way things are going at the minute.
Yeah,
at the minute, I might give Reece the nod on that one.
Yeah.
But that being said, we're going to discuss that in a minute when we discuss our anime of the season. So that's made a bit. Anything else that you really liked about it? Because I thought it looks beautiful.
Yeah, the music is great. Score is amazing.
But incidentally, you didn't pick it for your OP or ED.
No, I thought the OP was like really good, but it just didn't break my top 3.
Yeah, same with me. It didn't break my top 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And same with the ED. The score is fantastic.
Yeah.
The
And
music.
the visuals.
Yeah, but at the same time, visuals and there's a few moments where you go, oh god, I know what they get away with that in Japan, don't they?
Yeah. There's
Like,
a lot of stuff that could have been changed.
Let's leave it at that.
Any runners up?
Oh god, I think I know one of them.
Yep, Knights and Magic, my first runner-up.
Honestly, I was thinking that would be your favourite.
Yeah.
Because you're a big mecha fan.
Yeah, it's gone a lot better in the second half, because the first half was like slow, but it wasn't as good slow as Made in Abyss.
But what an amazing breath of fresh air it is to the mech genre. No offense to you, Reece, but I did think the mech genre had gotten a bit stale.
Yeah.
This feels like it really, unless it was Gundam, it didn't feel like it was doing much to expand on the genre.
Yeah.
This one feels like it's mixed in those ReZero elements.
I will admit, when I saw like the first few episodes, I was thinking this might not be be amazing, but in the second half, it did
Yeah.
get a lot better.
Do you know what's weird? I was the complete opposite with that one. I really got into the first few episodes.
Yeah.
But that's because I'm so used to mech series being very formulaic, and I like the fact this broke from the formula.
Yeah.
I felt like, holy shit, this could be something really interesting. But then again, I remember I looked over, when I was doing this thing, I looked over all the things I picked for best episode of the week on Anime Trending.
Yeah.
And Nights of Magic was only once I picked it for them. And that was when it wasn't in competition with the other sort of things I was thinking for this one. But that being said, I didn't let that influence my pick. And I was saying, I don't feel like throwing Nights of Magic away on the basis of I didn't pick it for that much. And for
There is one issue I have with Nice and Magic though, which is that it doesn't be like the person dies and goes into another world.
That's
But-
Tanya the Evil.
Yeah.
Yes, Tiny the Evil, and in
Yeah.
Tiny the Evil, it's explained why. In this, there's not really much reason,
Yeah.
apart from like having to have an opening like Tanya the Evil.
Well,
Maybe they explained that in the light novels.
yeah, because one explanation I've heard of fan theory, which isn't from the light novels, is that this is the guy's form of purgatory,
Alright.
which I thought could be quite
Oh
interesting.
Christ, it's Ed, Ed and Eddie all over again.
Though at the same time, surely it would just end up in a Gundam anime.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever heard that Ed, Ed and Eddie one? That it's actually the kids are all in purgatory and
Yeah.
they're all dead from... that is weird.
If you think that's weird, did you hear the Rugrats one?
What's the Rugrats one again?
Everyone's dead apart from Angelica.
What? Why?
I don't know. I've read it years
You've
and years
killed
ago.
my childhood, you bastard!
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard quite a few like
SpongeBob is the one with it's post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, which is quite funny.
Scooby Doo is a weird one, if you've heard that theory.
Well, they're all on weed.
Yeah.
No,
Shaggy
no,
is.
I mean more the creepypasta one. Like Scooby comes from a clan known as the Doo clan that turn into dogs, and these costumes like weirdly control the people who are disguised as them.
Yeah,
Let's
I've heard that
let's
one.
stop giving off topic. Did you get any other runners up besides Night and Magic?
Yeah, Princess Principal.
That's another one for that.
I want to watch that one so much.
Yeah, it had a really good twist that just happened in the last episode.
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Oh no! I've been the couple of twists I'm aware of. Yeah, no, that was the thing that really turned it for me. That twist was really damn good, and it really changed the dynamic of that show.
Yeah.
I think this has been a couple of episodes that have been a bit okay-ish.
Yeah.
But that being said, they've been damn good, and they've been at least good character pieces for all the
Yeah.
individual girls. And the idea is so good.
Yeah.
It's been damn good. At the minute, I think at this point, there's one anime I can think of at the minute that we've said that Elliot could pick for anime of the season without actually seeing it. Because it would give him an excuse to have a high dive account.
Yeah, and trust me, I'm getting one.
Yeah, but just say though, is it me or did anyone else think that they just look like Green Lanterns when they were using the old...
Yes! And I wasn't expecting them to just go, it's the Japanese for in brightest day, in darkest night.
No evil shall
Escape my sight. I wonder what that is in Japanese, actually. I wonder what I want to know what the Green Lantern oath is in Japanese. I'm going to look that up while I'm doing while we're doing Elliot's one. So, any other runs up before I move on to Elliot?
No, just those
Okay,
Number 3 for me.
you'll be very
I
interested
was
when we get to
I
mine,
was,
actually.
I was actually kind of stuck, but I have to pick Castlevania, honestly.
Alright, so Castlevania gets a runner-up now.
Yeah, so I didn't know if I could count it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was only 4 episodes, but you know
Shall we
what?
add a runner-up for you retroactively now for it? Because
Sure, if we could clear for a
But
full
you know,
spot.
you've only used 2 runners-up. You still have an extra runner-up left, so you can use it.
Probably use it
But
out.
you know, for the 4 episodes it gave, it was intense, and honestly, I had to watch it all in one go. It was so good. Number 2 was actually insanely close to being number 1, just by like a grass blade. It was close. Nice and Magic.
Yeah.
There's another one for Nights and Magic.
Because as I already said, it gets really, really good, and I like how it explains all the mechanics of the mechs.
Yeah.
And I think the idea is just really cool. Mechs in a fantasy setting.
Yeah.
And
They tried to ground it in reality as best they could by
yeah,
explaining everything.
yeah. And the number 1 for me, and you said you probably had a prediction on what mine is, and you're probably right, but again, it's really close. Kasugeki Token Renbu.
Yes, it was. That was my prediction.
Like,
What did you really like about Token Rambu?
I don't know. I like the ideas. The characters were really good. The action was friggin' awesome. But the one defining feature that got me was the animation. Like, oh my god, the animation was freaking amazing.
Yeah.
It's been the best animation, I think, in 2017.
Yeah. Just because it's uvotable.
Yeah, the only thing that's animation actually kind of compares, I think, will be the Fate series.
Yeah. Well, that's because they did the Fate series.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, have they ever made a bad-looking anime?
No.
No.
They've made a couple of anime that have been rather okay, but they've not made a bad-looking anime. Like, I'm not that big a fan of Tales of Systeria.
Yeah.
I'm almost done with the Green Lantern Oath, by the way.
But I will be honest, if Fate Apocrypha was like its own anime instead of like if we seen it as a spin-off, if we were able to class it as an original, that would be my number one.
Yeah. It's gotten so good recently. Because
Yeah.
the part in the middle, it felt quite boring because not a really lot happens.
Yeah, but after that, oh my
Yeah.
god, it get.
Yeah, once the proper war starts.
Yeah. To be fair, I think it's kind of like that with a lot of the other Fate stuff. It takes a while for the war to fully start.
Yeah, but I felt like Unlimited Blowworks had a stronger beginning than the Apocrypha did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got it now. It's Momoto kokuri yo ni moto akuri hi ni aku wa watashi no shiko o nagaro ki koto wa dekamansen. Apologies for my pronunciation. Aku o shuri shuhai suru hito wa watashi no dengen midori no rantan.
And I know that Midori means green.
Is that why he's called? Is that why he wears green? That's why he wears green in My Hero Academia. I've just realised that it's Izuku Midoriya. That's why it comes.
Yeah.
I've only just learnt that now. A top anime reviewer. Token Rambu was the one I predicted. I predicted he'd pick Knights and Magic.
Yeah.
I thought he would as well, honestly.
But Made in Abyss has gotten so good at the end.
But that Maiden Abyss just tops over. It's a bit like last season with me, yeah, with where I was a really tough call, but then Suka just overdid it.
I will be honest though, I wasn't expecting Token Rambu to win. I just thought it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been enjoying Token Rambu. I've been having, but that being said, it's never been my top thing of the week. Any week it's been.
At first, didn't you say you kind of struggled to get into it?
I kind of struggled. I got into it more as it went on, and I've been enjoying the last few episodes. But at the same time, I can't ignore the fact I was really struggling to get into it, and was very close to dropping it at times.
I thought like from day one it was really good.
Okay, my ones. I should go through my runs up because you almost certainly have not seen my best one.
Okay.
My runs up. You'll be very interested in this because two of them were Princess Principal
Okay.
and Knights and Magic. So let's add an extra one to Princess Principal.
Yeah, so we've got the same runners up.
I already added my one for Knights and Magic, so I don't need another one. So the other factor is the other runner-up for me was what was it again? It was Princess Principal, Knights and Magic, and Classroom of the Elite, which I'm surprised we haven't
Didn't
talked
see
about.
that.
Yeah,
I've
haven't
seen
seen it.
It's a very interesting look at sort of students being pushed to academia at the expense of potentially their own health. Seriously, this school is fucked up.
Oh Jesus.
It's basically Clash of the Elite is kind of about. That's not my pick, by the way. That's a runner-up. Clash of the Elite's basic premise is that it's kind of like this school where they're pushed to academic achievement, but they're given all this funds, and if they don't do well on the grades, they're not given extra money to live.
Oh
It's like-
Jesus.
And a bunch of them think they can be lazy and just spend loads of money, and then because they don't realise the rule, and they all spend it on stupid shit. And there's one. The characters in it are what sells it for me. The characters. It reminded me very much of Assassination Classroom.
Yeah.
Because of the way, but it's more about it's about Assassination Classroom. But the lead character doesn't want to be known. He just wants to sort of quietly move in and just live a quiet life. He doesn't really want to be known. But it's been very enjoyable every single week, and it's been like, what the hell? Half the time, it's been my reaction when I've been watching it. I had really struggled between all four of these. All four. Princess Principal had the fantastic twist, which drew it into top four for me. Knights and Magic got me out of the bag. Had some issues with certain episodes, but then sort of turned it back, and it's been really damn good up towards the end. And Clash of the Elite's just been Clash of the Elite had the WTF factor virtually every week, and it's been really enjoyable. But I went with the one that's been most consistently good throughout it, and that was Welcome to the Ballroom.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking that would be yours.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
And I'm sorry to be predictable, but it's been enjoyable, and I'm so glad I'm going to get to see more of it in the fall season, because it is carrying over to be... well, surprisingly, I'm the only one... It's almost certainly not going to be animated this season, because I'm the only one who's been picking it.
What actually was really good about it?
I remember the Chibi review summed it up best. It's the story and choreography of Yuri on Ice with the animation of Haikyuu. Because it's Production IG who's doing it, and it's very much like Haikyuu. In fact, it reminded me a lot more of Haikyuu when I first put it onto it. You could have believed this exists in the same universe. And then they run into one of them, they can run into Hinter and the Kazugo team and the sort of MCU style cameo.
I wouldn't know. I'm one of the 99% of anime fans one of the 1% of anime fans that's never seen Yuri on Ice.
Yuri on Ice is a very well told story, although it does have its real issues, which me and Reece touched on. Poor choice of words.
Hey, as I said last time, I'm looking forward to that fanfic.
It's the magic of yaoi. Oh god, I really hope there's no issues with it now, because I want that joke in there. The fact of the matter is, though, with Haikyuu, though, I'd really recommend over Yuri on Ice, because Haikyuu is fantastic.
Yeah.
Seriously, this is the greatest sports anime I've ever seen. If you haven't watched any sports anime, that's the one to watch. Haikyuu is the greatest sports anime ever made. Kokoro and the Basket Bands, come at me!
What one is it? What sport is it?
It's volleyball.
Oh, volleyball.
Which I have no interest in whatsoever, but for some reason, I have literally gone in certain episodes just, yes! when they've scored. And I've just been...
I have a small feeling that he might be choosing it because Dead or Alive volleyball.
It's a men's volleyball team thing.
Well, that shows more about him then.
Podcast fans, I'm about to stab Elliot to a pen.
We have fun on this show.
The fact of the matter is, though, with Haikyuu, it's not beach volleyball, it's just indoor volleyball, but it's so exciting to watch. But
I've seen clips from it, actually. It does look pretty good.
And everyone on the team gets their own time to shine, which I think Kokoro and the Basket kind of suffered with.
It does look like the one sports anime I would actually really enjoy.
What's great is half the season every season is dedicated to their training, and half the season is dedicated to the big tournament.
Yeah.
Right.
In fact, season 3 is just one match. I remember
Seriously?
Yeah, and I remember the 9th episode leading into the 10th episode. They cut to a cutaway, and I was like, no!
Yeah.
No, don't leave me hanging for a week!
That's kind of like what I was like with episode 11 on Token Remember. Just like, what? Don't end now!
Yeah,
And we've broken the microphone. Goodbye, everyone.
Yeah, it's basically what Dragon Ball Z does with fight scenes, but it does it well.
The great thing about
The one difference is it's not filler.
Ballroom, though, Ballroom just looks fantastic.
That's my one gripe. I'm not keen on the character designs. They look straight out of Sailor Moon Crystal.
Yeah, they are very
weird.
The Uncanny Valley is a bit of effect, but the dancing looks brilliant.
Dancing is great.
The character movement is great. Production IG puts all their effort into it. The story is really well told. The characters are very good. I actually think this is the side characters get some really good time. There's one side character I really enjoy who was unfortunately out for quite a few episodes, but now has sort of come back into it. And as I say, I'm judging this presumptuously. I might change my mind to one of the others if the second half doesn't work out. Yeah. I promise you that much. If the second half doesn't work out, I'll pick one of the others to replace it, based on my final thoughts of the final bit of the season. But I stand by my opinion. At this point in time, Welcome to the Ballroom is the best thing I saw this season.
Would you say it's better than Suka Suka or Tanya, though?
Tanya, maybe. As I say, I want to judge it as a whole. Tanya, maybe. Suka Suka, definitely not.
Yeah.
That being said, you picked ID0 and Aka.
Yeah.
Is Made in Abyss better than either of those shows?
It's really difficult, that. I wouldn't say it's better than ID0. I say it's a smidge better than Aka.
Yeah, but that being said, Aka had a really anticlimactic ending.
Yeah. But I did like that, because it was like out of nowhere, but you could see how they built it up.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. But I'm hoping for a season 2 of Aka.
Yeah, same.
I should explain. When we did our best of winter, Reece picked Akka and I picked Interview with Monster Girls, but we picked Tanya because it was a runner-up for both of us in Best Original, and I picked it for my biggest surprise and my best ED.
Yeah.
So that's why Tanya is the one we're considering.
Yeah, Tanya is my pick for Best of Winter and my pick for Best Opening of Winter.
Did you like the Amelie cover of it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it was a ding, ding, ding. Which, incidentally, neither of us picked it for our best OP. I picked it because our best OP... What was our best OP again? It was... you picked...
I think Akka was up there for me.
It was up there. Akka was a runner-up for both of us, but I picked Konosuba for that thing. Because I love that OP. But that being said...
Oh, yeah, that was... I thought so. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. But that being said, back to Ballroom, if I can go on for one thing with it, it's not just a very good looking anime. I love the episodes. I've loved the character arcs for it. I have high hopes where it's going in the fall season. I will change my mind if it goes to the thing. So, right, I've now got to have a look over what stood out. So let's just recap. Best OP. Academia, Chorus Ruler, Ballroom, Academia. ED, Academia, Boruto. Surprise, Castlevania, Hellgirl, Gamers, Token Rambu. Sequel, Fate, Hellgirl, New Game. Original, Abyss, Token Rambu, Ballroom, Gamers.
Last time I think it was a little conflicting with the Best Original. This time we've all picked something very different things actually.
Let's take a look. We picked sports. I picked a sports anime. Ren picked a slice of life. You picked a fantasy sci-fi, and you picked
Fantasy adventure.
Fantasy adventure. Yeah. So that is rather interesting. But let's go with let's take a look at what got the most runners-ups, because I think we should start considering some of the runners-up for consideration, considering just how close they are.
The one that has most is definitely Princess Principal.
It's got 4 runners-up. I would say we should consider it. Shall we put Princess Principal in for consideration?
Yeah, consideration, yeah.
Consideration, the Princess was... Knights and Magic has to go in for consideration because we gave it 3 runners-up and we all really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So Knights and Magic is going in for consideration. Other than that, I don't think we can put any of the other runners-up in there because they all only got 1 runner-up.
Yeah.
So Knights and Magic is in, Princess Principal's in. I think Gamers is going to have to go in there just because it's had 2 wins, which is it's the only thing that hasn't been a sequel that's had 2 wins.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, Token Rambu by extension also has to go in on that basis. So the minute we got Knights and Magic, Princess Principal, New Game, and Gamers. And since you're meant to get the advantage this time, I'm going to put Made in Abyss in there.
Thank you.
Because I think that should have some consideration in there, and I've been enjoying it as well.
What's Made in Abyss in any other category?
It was a runners-up.
It was runners-up in biggest surprise.
Right.
I didn't pick it for anything though.
I didn't. Yeah.
Ren, I'm not sure if he was watching it. I didn't really recommend it to him.
Yeah.
Right. If we went by points alone, it would be a tie between Token Rambu and Gamers.
Yeah.
Should we give it a Gamers from the start?
Yeah.
Because I didn't pick it for Best Original. It's got enough of a highlight. You guys... Elliot, out of all those, you've only watched Token Rambu.
What, out of all the original?
No, Token Rambu and Knights and Magic.
Yeah.
Our Princess Principal, Made in Abyss, and Gamers, which one would you be most inclined to watch tomorrow?
Most likely will be Princess Principal, since I was going to watch that from the beginning.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Out of the ones that you have watched, which one did you prefer, Knights and Magic or Token Rambu? You said Token Rambu.
Yeah, but honestly, I do think like with everyone enjoying it, I think most likely I'm gonna go with Knights and Magic.
Knights and Magic. No, I would pick Knights and Magic between those two. I'm gonna give Rece the advantage. I'm gonna keep Abyss in at this point. I'm gonna get rid of Gamers.
Okay.
So we're down to, and I'm gonna get rid of Token Rambu.
Okay.
So we're down to Gamers, Made in Abyss, and Knights and Magic, and
Princess Principal.
And Princess Principal. I'm sorry, Reece, I'm going to have to get rid of Made in Abyss, I think,
Okay.
because I just think it's not done quite... No, but I'm going to regret that, because I'm going to watch the next episode and I'm going to regret it.
Yeah. Basically, episode 10 forwards is really good.
I'm so annoyed with myself because if I hadn't got on holiday, I would have watched that, and I probably would have. If I hadn't got on holiday, I might have given it to you on that one and declared it Main Abyss. So we're down to Main Abyss, Princess Principal, and Knights and Magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're really down to those three. Out of those, are you going to back down at all from Main Abyss out of those three? Or are you going to stick with that one? Because we might take your word for it at this point, and give it. But at this point in time, I want to give it to Princess Principal. At this point, I want to give it to Princess Principal and Knights and Magic. And at the minute, I'm really leaning towards Princess Principal.
Really, because I'm leaning more towards Knights and Magic over Princess Principal. But
What about you?
But that may just be my bias.
I'm Knights and Magic.
Maybe we should go with Knights and Magic because we all saw it. We all really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And
The biggest thought is what have we all seen and what do we all enjoy as a whole.
But can we say though, this has been the toughest season to make this pick.
Definitely.
I'm so upset to throw any of these away.
Yeah, because winter I found easy.
Winter was pretty easy.
Uh,
Spring was a bit harder. This season.
Spring I found pretty easy as well. To be
Do you know what? So shall we go right now? Princess Principal, Knights and Magic. Which one do you want to do out of those two?
Knights and Magic.
Knights and Magic.
Knights and Magic. So I would have actually said Princess Principal, but I'm going to stick with Knights and Magic.
Hey,
so the
make
anime.
wins.
So there we go. Declared. Anime Amigo. The one I predicted would be our anime of the season is. I predicted it. The Anime Amigos anime of the season, summer 2017, is Knights and Magic.
Woo!
So that's
Mech wins.
So that's competing.
Hell yeah!
Oh, fuck. To be
Not
fair,
me, Calvin.
yeah. And I don't know how Ren's going to feel about that. But that being said.
Do you know if he watched it at all?
I know he watched it because I saw it in the queue and he was watching it. So he at least got as far as episode 8. I know.
Okay.
So so he must have enjoyed it on some level.
Yeah.
He must have enjoyed it on some level. If not, I'm really going to give him the advantage next in fall.
Yeah.
If not, I think one of us will end up.
Can I just
dead.
say I went to the edge of the wall for Main Abyss, but I couldn't go over the mark. Maybe I'll change my mind when I see a lot of the episodes. But
Who
that
knows?
means
I may change my mind when I finally see it. Who knows?
you've been given so much reason to get a high dive account now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that being said, so we've picked all the things. We're going Knights and Magic. So only thing left to talk about is fall. Fall's coming, and we're going to be in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. And also, I have one announcement after we've done all that as well.
I like.
Oh, excellent!
A surprise announcement.
I'm looking forward to this. But let's see, fall season. What are we really looking forward to in fall? Because we've kind of been discussing this. There's a lot.
Black Clover looks good.
Yeah. Also, the new Godzilla film comes out, Monster Planet.
That's in November.
Yep.
That's
Looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to
And
that.
also, sticking with Fate, we've got Heaven's Field.
Heavenfield movie coming out. Yes.
Part 1.
Definitely checking that out.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one series I'm really looking forward to. It's one called Children of the Whales. It looks pretty good. But then again, I said that about the reflection, and look how that turned out. So that's probably doomed it right already. But then
the
again,
other hand, if Calvin says something bad like he heard, it'll suck.
no, hang on. I said Welcome to the Ballroom would be really good, and that was really good.
Okay, one of the many things. One of them.
Yeah. Another series I've seen, how's it pronounced? It's like Deus Irae? Also
Yeah, the one that looks like the unfrozen Nazis thing. When in doubt, use Nazis.
Osama game?
Yeah, that's...
I thought you were going to say Osama bin Laden. It's like, bloody hell, he's back from the grave.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, like they would make an enemy of that.
They would still give an Evo Chelsea Evangelion one if they do it on Facebook.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm sure there's someone out there probably planning a Hitler anime.
We got it. It's called Tiny the Evil. Anime of the year is going to be really difficult now because we've got 3 very good anime to choose from.
Yeah.
So
if we did have to pick, what would you say it's currently at?
I'm not going to say at this point.
Okay.
I think I want to save it till the end of the year. I want to have all my thoughts in one place. But that being said, moving on. Sequels next month. There's 5 for me to watch next month.
Yeah.
Ruby Volume 5. That's my most excited.
I'm really looking forward to Ruby.
I'd say that as well.
I'm really looking forward to Food Wars Season 3. I loved the first 2 seasons.
I'm going to have to catch up on them.
Me and Reece, though, one for us, March comes in like a lion Season 2. We're really excited about that.
That's going to be good.
That's in a couple of weeks. I think that premieres in the second week of October.
Yeah.
I'm in London for that, so we might get a first episode vlog for that one. Blood Blockade Battlefront Season 2, finally happening. I didn't think that was going to happen, considering how much... I reckon this one will stick much closer to the manga, considering how much of Season 1 was anime only.
The funny thing is, I've watched barely any of those ones.
Um,
So I have a lot of catching up to do.
what else is really coming? Oh yeah, new Kino's Journey.
How is that coming?
New season of Kino's Journey. Don't know who's getting it though.
Also New Card Fight Vanguard.
New Card Fight Vanguard looks pretty good.
Vanguard fan, definitely watch.
The original series all look very interesting. There's a sports anime that's a sort of a bike and sidecar one called Two Car.
For any people who are a fan of Wake Up Girls, there's another one, I think.
Yeah, there's a new Wake Up Girls. There's
I'm not gonna watch that.
There's a lot of sequels next month.
Yeah.
That's the thing. A lot of sequels. I don't think the original content's going to be buried though. The original content looks very damn good, and I'm looking forward to seeing what we decide.
Yeah, this next month should be interesting.
What we decide on the fall, because it's going to be competing with 3 very strong anime, and then we're going to all have to go back. And then you're going to have to watch Suka Suka.
Yep.
With,
I'll get around to that.
You're gonna have to for January, because we're gonna be reviewing it properly in January.
You will love it.
As I say, at this point in time, the 3 that are up for Anime of the Year are Saga Time the Evil, Suka Suka, and Knights and Magic. They're very. My opinion is I'm very close between all 3 of those.
Yeah, I think all 3 are very high.
But as I say, I'm not going to say which one I think has got the slight nod, because I want to save that one. But at the same time, I don't think I've just been loving this season. I'm not upset to see it go, essentially. But that being said, the fall season. That being said, the fall season's got a really tough act to follow, because it's following on from last fall season. 2016 fall was so good.
Yeah.
Like there was like an Anime of the Year show every other day.
Yeah.
Flip Flappers, Izetta the Last Witch, Keijo, frickin' Yuri on Ice, was as much as I'm not that into it, I thought it was pretty good, all things considered. I'm choosing my words carefully.
I'm the only person from last year who actually thought that Twin Star Exorcist was the best one, surprisingly.
Twin Star Exorcist was very good, all things considered, although that was a spring anime in terms of when it debuted in 2016.
Yeah, I mean more like a 2016 best one.
2016 best, my 2016 best was ReZero.
I'd probably go with ReZero as well.
If it wasn't for, if I did watch it back in 2016, it would be My Hero Academia.
Yeah, but that means Academia would have been second for me.
Yeah.
My top 5 were 5 would have been 91 would have been hang on. I think it would have been something like 5 would have been 91 Days, then 4 would be Shogun Roku Rakuyo Shinju, then Flip Flappers at 3, 2 would have been My Hero Academia, and number 1 would have been ReZero.
Yeah. 3rd for me, Gundam Iron Blooded Orphan Season 1, My Hero Academia, then ReZero.
For me, I'm gonna add My Hero in because, well, honestly, the Phoenix Wright anime, which I thought was...
That's surprising, because not a lot of people really rated that one.
Yeah.
I thought it was alright, at least. Twin Star Exorcist, My Hero.
Twin Star Exorcist, I did really enjoy Twin Star Exorcist. I've actually started on the manga of it. Apparently, it's the anime is very anime only. The manga, it tells a bit of a slightly different story.
Alright, I'm gonna have to check out the manga then.
Yeah, it's I know it at least has a slightly different intro. They don't actually have the flashback at the beginning of episode 1 at the beginning of the manga.
Alright.
It's more the girl say to Rokuro that he's not boyfriend material.
Yeah, that would happen in the first episode.
I remember that happening in the first episode.
I thought that was pretty funny.
But they skipped the whole flashback. I was like, what's wrong with me? But go on, Reece, what's your announcement, man?
Okay. Gundam Build Fighters and Build Fighters Try has now officially been fully dubbed in English.
Awesome!
Yeah, it's up on the Gundam YouTube channel, Gundam Info. I highly recommend both of you watch that as soon as.
Will do. On it.
It is so good.
I remember you actually said it. We actually did a selection. We asked on Twitter of our worst sequel to a good anime, and you picked a Gundam series for that.
Yeah, Sea Destiny. That was abysmal.
Which one did you pick again? You picked
Soul Eater Not.
That was pretty bad.
Awful anime to one of my favourites.
And my one was Eureka 7AO, which was a terrible follow-up to my favourite anime. Which, incidentally, Glass Reflections reviewed Eureka 7.
Really?
Yeah, he didn't give it the most favourable review, but he did say it was pretty good. But which I disagree with. I think it's just one stunning piece of work.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad it's on Netflix now. Go watch Eureka 7 on Netflix. It's spelled Eureka, by the way. And anytime I bring it up, even anime fans haven't heard of it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Still waiting for Seraph of the End Season 3.
Yeah, same here. Where is Sarah?
Again, favorite anime ever. Reading the manga, brilliant.
I remember some of the Anime America review of it, the first season. They did Sarah at the end, but they did it to the Jackass music.
Yeah.
They were sort of getting crashing cars and getting smacked about.
Yeah.
I'll play it for you after the vlog. It's really funny. But that's, I think, all we got time for at this point. It's been a very fun one this time.
Really good.
Next month is Halloween.
Go know what we're doing because it's Ren's choice next month.
Yeah.
But we're going to be giving our best of 4 in the middle of December. So once again, we'll be picking it without seeing the final episodes of everything. But that's because we've all got Christmas plans.
Yep.
And I've ordered in some good shit for that.
Bit of a warning though, since it's Halloween next month, I may be dressing up.
Yeah, fine by me. I might join you on that one.
Yeah.
But we don't know what I don't know what Ren's picking. We're going to announce it in our London Film Festival vlogs. As I say, you can keep it with our LFF 2017 or LFF Cal Ren. We'll be vlogging every film we've seen, including 2 anime. We're reviewing 2 anime. We're reviewing Lure Over Wall and the Chinese anime Big Fish and Begonia. So if you like our anime, we're going to be doing 2 of those. I know we're reviewing Big Fish and Begonia quite early into it. Lure Over Wall, we're not reviewing that till September the 14th, 15th. That's October the 14th, 15th, that sort of time. But we'll be reviewing that one. And we'll announce around the end of that one what Ren's picked for our theme. But in November, we can confirm we're going to be reviewing Pokemon the movie I Choose You.
Yep.
We're looking forward to getting our tickets. Me and Ren have got our tickets. We're just waiting on these 2.
I'm getting mine once I get paid.
I'm looking forward to that.
So,
How good does it feel to go see a Pokemon film in a cinema?
It should be pretty cool actually, yeah.
Have you guys got your Ash hats?
no.
I haven't got any.
I got one, and I've got a Pikachu bobble hat.
Well, I've got a Mudkip plush I can bring with me.
Yay!
I'll be trying to buy a Pokemon plush.
Well,
Hopefully Lucario.
let's get some Pokemon plushes to go with us. I want to get Raichu. Raichu's my favourite.
I'm gonna get Lucario, he's my favourite Pokemon.
Yeah, I'll bring Mudkip.
Well, probably bested by Lugia, but I think those ones are dead expensive.
Or I can piss off a lot of people and bring my Greymon one that I won as a kid from a magazine.
I remember I actually saw when Pokemon Go first came out, someone put up a sign saying, "Please don't play Pokemon Go here," and they put a Vmon picture on there.
No, do one of someone that would be that would be something dead funny if someone brought in like a Digimon plush.
Yeah, I could bring mine.
Yeah, that. Did you ever see the that parody of Pokemon for the Pokemon Go thing where you did the Digimon? Wrong one! Pokemon.
Yeah.
I love that. And, the great line, I'm not a kid anymore, but I leap in front of traffic for Bulbasaur. Oh, well, it's been good having this one. Hopefully it hasn't gone wrong and we're not doing this again next month. But we'll stick... but let's see how this all goes. Thank you very much for watching. See you next month. God knows what we're reviewing, and I'll see you guys. Me and Ren will see you guys in London.
And me and Reece will see you guys next month. I do not know how to word.
See you, people.
Laters.
See you at the Post Final Sport group.
Yep.